What's good with it?
What's poppin'? We're gonna jump into it. You feel like women who are still in contact with their ex aren't over them?
Um, I don't think that's always the case. I have someone who technically they're an ex, but we've been friends since high school. But we dated for like what 3 months in high school, and was it a serious 3 months? And did it drag out after the 3 months? Yes, but we were 17, 18 years old. So, but we're still in contact because we're truly, actually good friends. He's married now. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like it's all good. So. Not all the time. Sometimes, yeah, and a lot of people got to take accountability for that. Like, do the soul searching and go, dang, why am I still in touch with this person? But most of the time, it just depends on the situation, I'm guessing.
They say being a woman is like being on a Special Olympics team. You never win. They just give you fake awards on everything for everything. You agree or disagree?
I completely disagree. Just like the way people say, "Oh, it's the men you choose," it's the women you choose too. There are a lot of women out here who are very much so lost in the sauce, coming from generational poverty, trauma, ignorance, and they just been out here. They don't know. Like really, I grew up in a household where I wasn't taught about relationships like that. Like the subject matter came up, but it really didn't because growing up in a certain type of household,
Well, wait a
it was
minute. A lot of people didn't grow up. Hell, the church ain't talking about it. The Christians ain't talking about it. The pastors, the leaders, don't nobody know how to really have relationships. Yeah, people get relationship advice from movies and TV shows and Martin and shit. Like that's real. That's a Hollywood shit.
yeah.
They go.
I agree with that too because I mean, really, as a society, I'm talking about all religions, all races, all tax brackets. I think the word intersectionality comes into play, where you are at the intersection of race, gender, and religion. I am a black woman who was raised Christian, so the way I think and move sometimes can be reflective of those things. But people who are on the outside looking at me or on the outside looking at my reaction to things or non-reaction to things or whatever can think A, B, and C about it. But if you're not going to think of people as humans on a complicated human journey and just start to group everybody together, men are this, women are this, Christians are this,
Okay,
black
cool,
are this.
cool. Yeah. There's a whole lot of division going on. How old are you?
How would I look?
Oh boy, here we go. You look old enough. What is your born day?
I was born on June 5th.
Oh boy, you don't want to tell your age. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. They say women make dating easy when she's attracted to you. You agree or disagree? I know you're a millennial though. You look like a millennial.
I'm definitely a millennial. I'm an elder millennial, so I'm up there.
Okay.
Uh-huh. You said are women attracted to?
They say when a woman likes you, she make dating more easier.
Mm, probably because if whatever you're doing is aligning with checking off her boxes, she feels like she's safe enough to be herself around you or be more feminine around you, whatever that means, then she will.
Yeah. They say Cinderella only needed to remove one shoe to find love. Some girls are half naked and still single. Step the game up. What's your thoughts on that?
It's what people like. Sex sells, regardless of whether it's with men or women. If your clothes is off, you are naturally to whatever you are attracted to. That is no bearings on whether or not you should be loved or successful.
Do you feel like somebody who can control their lust is unstoppable?
Yeah, I think having that type of self discipline to control yourself whenever you are feeling, you know, something that's hard to control sometimes, and you've gotten that under control, it's on the same level as having control of your emotions, and that's very important to do.
Okay. They say we only pursue that which retreats from us. She's only going to chase if you're pulling away. You agree or disagree?
He's only going to chase if you're pulling away.
Yeah, we only pursue that which retreats from us. She is only going to chase if you are pulling away.
I think people that chase what they don't or chase what they feel like they can't have, it's like hitting a brick wall over and over again. You need to do some search. Why you keep chasing stuff that don't want you? Because if a man wants you, I've seen what ninjas do of all races. When they want something,
Mm, really? They say your kids need a good mother, not a hot one. Don't ruin your kid's childhood because you couldn't control your lust. You think so many people caught up in guys are caught up in having a bad bitch, boss bitch, and a hot girl instead of a good woman, so they can destroy the children's future, their childhood.
What the hell? I'm a hot mom. You crazy as fuck. My baby doing good as fuck in school. She's the most understanding, caring person. And I went to go sub at her school, and they were like, "We love her. She's a leader, and she's this and she's that." I said, "Shit, I know. Thank you."
I'm talking about we gotta get back to the content. Back to the content. Do you think for the most part though, people shouldn't be looking at the physical. They should be looking at their moral compass.
What do you mean? That's really broad.
Moral compass, their actions and their
I know
character.
what moral compass means. I'm speaking in terms when you said the physical. What are you
Their
referring to?
physical attract people are just too caught up in physical appearance, superficial.
I feel once again that is so subjective. Like if you into that, that's what you're into. And if you would like to judge somebody on what they're doing and say that they can't have a high moral compass because they're wearing a bikini, you got some work to do for sure.
Do you believe the hope phase is really something that is only celebrated? They encourage whole females to be promiscuous.
I'm sorry.
Do you
Say that again.
believe a whole phase is something encouraged for females to be promiscuous so they can try new dick?
Oh my gosh. Hoe is a social construct. Promiscuity is a social construct. These were made the fuck up by people who didn't like it and probably couldn't get it, and that's on every end. So for a for
Let me ask you this though. So, with that being said, though, what is the end goal of the whole phase for guys and females? This for both parties right here.
right
What is the end goal? What is the prize at the end of this race?
for guys and girls, that I won't call it a prize because it can you might be going through that because of something you've been through in your childhood. You might be in that phase of your life because it might be a trauma response. But if it's not, and you are just deciding consciously as an adult, not a child, an adult, to express yourself sexually and freely and safely, most importantly, there is no end goal or prize. It's just like any other phase. I used to wear a flower in my hair in high school for a while. At some point, the flower came out. It's a phase. It comes in.
So, so this phase is the expression here. It's okay. I have no problem with adults having sex and doing that shit. Those gonna be adults though. But I do have a problem with the teenage youth doing it. But the most important, worst part about it is they're producing kids. So they're not even being responsible in having sex. That's what it's fucked up. Cause I don't want them robbing me in the next 20 years. These 10 years.
Rob you?
These
You think the kids are coming to rob you?
uh
Because
bastard kids are who grew up in a disenfranchised environment with no parent with a two parent household, they're more likely to do crime and be
you know,
violent.
I
Yeah,
met somebody that grew up in a nice two-parent household, and I met the two-parent
I'm
household.
saying them. Listen,
Hold
listen,
on.
listen.
Then I found out he was going to
Whoa,
jail.
whoa, whoa! Let me say this. Let me say this. I'm not.
Okay.
When I'm speaking, I'm speaking for majority of people who born out of wedlock. They usually live a life of crime, end up in prison.
Yeah, but
These
that's
are
not
facts.
just due to disenfranchise. Like when you say disenfranchise, you mean an entire franchise. You're not talking about
No, you're trying to nitpick what I'm
their
saying.
house.
I'm saying the majority of people who
Okay.
have kids out of kids out of wedlock usually have a terrible life than kids in the two parent household. These are the facts. This ain't what my opinion. This is what the government opinion is. So you can look this up on yourself. This
Oh,
ain't Jay Reid opinion.
I have, and I don't necessarily
You
disagree. But
can't disagree with
hold
facts.
on. I don't necessarily disagree.
These are
Okay.
the numbers. Numbers don't
In
lie.
terms of disenfranchisement, you're putting
Okay,
all of
you're changing the narrative right now. You're missing the whole
it on
point.
the systems that are also
Listen, listen,
on.
listen, listen to me.
But
You can't listen. Wait. Slow down,
if
slow down.
somebody,
You can't.
let me finish. If
I'm letting you
somebody
finish, but let me say this right here. I'm gonna let you
that had
finish.
more to do than what their parents had going on during a
But you
whole.
gotta let me finish though. You gotta listen to me. Listen to me very carefully though. You can't argue with facts.
I don't think it
Numbers
was
they ain't lying.
so like I know facts too.
The numbers
I'm
ain't lying though.
okay.
So the numbers can't. You can say you don't like what I'm saying, but you can't disagree with what you can't. You can disagree with what I'm saying, but you can't say what I'm saying ain't true though. But okay, if that what you think though, what's the most common sign of a toxic person?
There are those common signs. A bunch of them though. There's a bunch of very common signs of toxic people.
Can you give us a few?
For sure. Your actions aren't matching up with your words. Deciding to date when your finances or home life is not in order. Not being able to keep up with a particular job or career, just being completely inconsistent and undisciplined. Being unhealthy, deciding that completely like physically unhealthy, mentally unhealthy, deciding you want to date. Not checking your traumas, not checking your reactions or non-reactions to things. Not just a total lack of awareness altogether. Those are signs of people who probably don't look toxic at first, but tend to trauma bond and things become very toxic very fast. And if you're a person that does not have boundaries, like I used to be, then you're going to take that as some sort of like cute yellow light to keep
They
going.
say you
And
got
that's not good.
to watch a woman very carefully when she say boundaries.
Well,
Uh, they
wait,
say
don't skip. Don't skip. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I got finished. I got finished. But I got to ask my questions. But they say women only want quality when it benefits them. You agree or disagree with that?
What do you mean though? That's a little broad for me.
Equality. What benefits
Oh,
them?
want equality when
Equality. Equality.
I was like, what is okay? Women only want equality when it benefits them.
Because they hate double standards that don't benefit them.
Mm.
Majority. When I'm speaking about women, I'm speaking about the feminist movement specifically.
You're talking about two separate things. Now, this is somebody who is an interdisciplinary studies major where I have African American.
I want to hear about your degrees. I want you to answer the question for me.
Why don't you though? Because that's since you're talking about facts in the government, and I'm gonna look it up for myself. Let me tell you where I'm coming from, so you know that I'm not just a
I don't
woman.
want to hear how educated you is.
I
I
know
just want you to stick to
I'm not
the
someone
question.
invited off a TikTok live without actually knowing that I know what I'm talking about. You want
Okay, that's
to? Okay?
okay.
So
That's okay. You got your knowledgeable, but I just want you to answer the question.
it's
I want to know how many degrees and that.
in that I have studied multiple disciplines. I have taken those hours and hours
But
and
guess what?
time
I
and
got degrees too. I got a PhD.
oh, okay.
You know what
I
a PhD is?
you said,
You know what a PhD is?
sir, don't say it.
You know what a PhD? I
Don't,
got a pretty huge
don't
dick.
say
That's
that.
what I got. A PhD. A pretty huge dick.
Vulgar when you're getting backed into a corner.
I'm
Don't
not
do
getting
that.
vulgar.
Because you
You're trying to use these psychoanalyzing words and a bunch of food salad. You're
are
trying to overtalk me using
I feel
food salad and a bunch of jargon
like the same
instead of just answering the question.
questions and I'm
These
just trying to answer.
overeducated women like you, ma'am,
Overeducated,
are trying to use this
like
food salad when arguing, disputing facts. They have no legitimate argument,
ignorant,
so they got to overtalk me to use these facts.
overly manipulated.
I'm not
Yeah,
manipulating those.
very clear, but you can't do that to me. Peace.